Hello, welcome back YouTube. Right, we're here with another game of the Blacksmith Brawl. I've also got a co-host here, Vetinari, who is actually my opponent for this match. This is me playing versus Vetinari, round 1. So, yes, hello, Mr. Vetinari. Oh, forgot to get pay. Okay, so we started off on Acropolis, which is an open map. What was your first thoughts about Acropolis?
Don't play that often, pick an artist.
Yeah, I think like you had Tatars up your sleeve, and this is like their bread and butter. I think like they are, yeah, really. We're having these hill bonuses. You can just defend. Have you got a? Oh, that's a goat over there. I thought it was a villager already in berries.
Yeah, no, the Tatars are useful for the defense on this.
Yeah, because you had a little break because you were on holiday, so this is your first game back, and I don't think you had a warm up at all. So
I might have played online once or twice, but not much.
Okay, well, I think this was going to be my best match to beat you, whilst you're as rusty as can be.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping the same thing for Morley in the next one, but we'll see.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna. I don't know why. I just thought you saw you go into the ball. I thought you might be trying to lure him with your scout. No. I can't remember what my thought plan was here. I think I kind of pushed it.
For this?
Say again?
Why did you pick Khmer for this?
Because I wanted cavalry. So that was my thoughts. I thought. Yeah. No!
Oh dear.
Oh, that was, yeah, so I was already on the back pedal there. Yeah, I wanted cavalry.
I think I remember you saying something as that happened in the game as well.
That was, I didn't expect to win, because I know you're, like, significantly higher elo than me, but I did want to play good for myself. I wanted to be sharp, and I lost a villager to a warlord.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen.
Is that a good place for a house?
Well, I just thought I'd start walling up. And
yeah, it's going to block your mill when you put it down there.
Yeah, well, I just didn't know what, like, if I start housing up the sides, though, which is something I'm seeing more and more people do, I've got a villager that's built a house and has so much walking time to do something else afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just worth it, though. If you'd have moved the house 1 tile to the right, like north, east, it would have been all right, because then your mill's on the right side for running back in a defensive position as well. I don't think I particularly pressure you here anyway. So.
Yeah.
But it will be more of a thing for Arabia where you're more likely to be pushed, whereas here, because of the hill bonus, it's a bit more difficult.
Oh yeah, this is something else that I've seen as well. It was in again, survivalist. I talk about him all the time. He's saying that actually being 1 tile away can be beneficial for berries because you bump a lot with your villagers as they drop off quite frequently.
Yeah, it's more efficient for the first push and less efficient for the second. It depends on how many builds you're going to stick on it early doors, I suppose. Because if you have one on either side of the mill, you don't get any of the bumping, and you can leave the 2 builds on it for a little while.
Yeah. So wood lines are really difficult on this. So you don't get very much in the way to defend yourself with. You've got a little bit to get started, but this is not.
I mean, yours are nicely lined up to wall.
Well, yeah, I actually, relatively speaking, I think I was quite nice there. I got like a nice little row there.
Yeah, and even on the other side as well, a few palisade walls, you'd have to be walled up all along the right-hand side as well.
Yeah, I could have. Yours had bigger gaps. Yeah, I think I was more. It was more favoured for me. Not that it came in use, but.
I mean, I'm more comfortable playing an open style of thing as well, where I don't actually wall up so much.
Yeah, find myself not walling up enough and end up small walling quite a bit. But yeah, so now I'm thinking, look, I don't want to put any more villages on and overchop this any quicker. So I decided to go straight down. But if I remember correctly, don't you you scout it at some points, at which point I'm like, oh, rats, I can't do anything about this because you can see what I'm doing and I can't stop you.
Yeah, pretty much. It's an interesting one on this one is when do you put the lumber camp down there? You could have gone for a lumber camp more on the side. It's obviously more exposed than if I notice it and you get raided. So at the front, it's more defensible, but I'm more likely to see that it's there.
What do you mean on the side? You mean on this side down
to
here?
the left near that relic? No. To the other side.
The left of the map. Okay. Yeah.
Because I'd be less likely to find that, in theory.
Yeah, that's why. Well, we won't spoil it, but yeah. Yeah, we're just being very amicable. You got up quicker, so I wasn't going to pick a fight with you. My little TC. Which is a bit frustrating, really. Khmer as well. They are quite. You can do quite a lot with your farms, so that again leads really nicely into scouts. But it doesn't really. I
always struggle knowing what to make with Khmer.
Yeah, it's. I really like how smooth they are. I played a few times with them, and they've just been really buttery. I love it, but buttery is not an adjective I've used before, but I'm going to stick with it. Yeah, and yeah, they've just been really smooth because you don't need it. I played against a guy who did a really fast castle. I think in theory, Khmer could have the fastest castle in the game because you don't have those building wrecks.
Yeah, I always just find like it's not so bad in 1v1 because you can go for the Cavalier, but like their Arbalest don't get Thumbering. You don't get Champion. Hussars are okay, I suppose, but it's always difficult to know quite what to mix in.
Yeah.
Because all of their bonuses are so geared towards elephants that, I don't know. I was just like, their eco is nice and smooth and easy, but sometimes I just don't quite know what unit to make.
So I see you're getting wheelbarrow now, but what's your thought here? Because you've got 2 farms. I don't know.
I was housed, wasn't I?
Were you housed? Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, now we've both gone a few little scouts. I expected scouts from you as well, but I didn't think you'd be that much quicker than me. Yeah. But it's good. And then I see your villages over here.
So here was one mistake. They were supposed to go to the north of that as I was distracting your scouts, and they pathed the other way for some stupid reason.
Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, and that's guy's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But I've got defender's advantage here because I can just keep production. You're not doing that though. You're like, you've accepted that 3 is sufficient.
Enough. Yeah.
You don't want to overcommit because this isn't your.
I just about missed walling this in here, I think, as well, don't I?
Well, it's this one.
In a minute. Yeah. So you knock that down. I think I misclicked on it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. So, yeah, that goes down, which is quite nice. But by this point, you're already fully walled. Like.
Yep.
I'm nowhere even close. I'm no different to when I started, really. I put a second house there. I'm really heavy on those berries.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably too much. You want no more than 4, ideally, on the berries.
Yeah, it's just inefficient. I think I was panicking a bit. I didn't really I wouldn't normally wall up this bottom part. I think I wanted you just to get as much sight as I could if you were going to hit this wood line again.
Yeah. But I mean, you did a good job to stop that tower rush. Took down, 3 bills? So it kind of evened it up again after you lost the one to the boar and some of the idle TC time.
Yeah, so that was good.
Because otherwise you'd have been screwed on that wood line, building a new lumber camp, etc.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you were microing those.
I think I noticed. I kind of patrolled them in, went to do something else, and didn't come back to micro them fast enough.
You still got a scout out of me. pretty good. Yeah, and you're just getting all comfortable. You're on gold as well. I'm not even bothered with that yet. I'm too worried about. I'm thinking about my farm eco. I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I was probably a touch early to that, but if I'm looking to have Archer later.
Yeah, yeah. I was wanting to stop you. Oh yeah. I don't know what my plan was here. I was like, I can't defend up here. This is going to get raided all the time. So I'll just build some random farms because I don't need a mill.
You could have walled up and then it wouldn't have been a problem.
You're right, I could have. What, that's 4 farms? 5 farms.
Yeah.
So that's 300 wood. That would have been plenty.
And the nice thing about the commercial, you don't have to sort of faff it around a mill. So you can place them anywhere and keep them as like even as possible. So actually they take up less space than when you're using a different civ. And there's quite a lot of space behind your TC realistically. So there's
What do you
loads
mean
of
they're
farm
more
space
space
back there.
efficient?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You said
As
they
in,
take
like,
up less space.
You don't have to sort of tessellate them quite as nicely because you don't have to tessellate them around the farm.
Oh right, yeah. We're about even on the idle eco, keeping our villagers busy. But I've got a lot more moving eco because I've been sending them all over to the side. So what was your game plan here? What was your strategy when you went into this?
Scouts into Cav Archer. Because you're always going to have to expand your eco off of the hill. And Cav Archers are useful for raiding around certain locations and being difficult to keep up with.
Yeah. I think I kind of like Tatar's hill bonuses, Acropolis. It kind of adds up to that really. But it doesn't. I didn't really know how to stop it because I couldn't do it. I couldn't get in and do any damage. So, knowing that, what would I?
I mean, your Khmer boom should be more efficient than mine.
True.
I mean, we're up to Castle Age at similar sorts of times.
Yeah, we've got like 30 seconds between us. But at this moment in time, all I've seen are your scouts. I don't know what. Actually, I didn't acknowledge that in the game.
Oh, you didn't see the two archery rangers?
Well, I did scout it, yes, but I didn't pay attention to that. And again, what I've just said, I expect cav archers, but I wasn't prepared for double archery range. They're very expensive, cav archers, and yeah, you kind of need thumb ring because they're only 50% accurate. When,
yes, but the Tatar's bonus gets the thumb ring for free.
Oh yeah. Oh right.
That's why they're one of the easier switches into cav archers.
Nice. Okay, that's just something I never paid attention to. So you're sticking. Oh, you just started to build your second TC. Oh no.
Yeah, so
that
I
was
went
you
down for the
going
second
up.
TC when I hit castle, which kind of makes those lumber camps a bit safer. Whereas yours could be rushed in feudal.
Correct.
Arguably, I'm less efficient because I've been taking the smaller lumber camps, but you've not had that many villas in the forward wood line either.
Yeah. Well, I've just got up and I haven't done anything with that. Like, I've got no castle age units coming out. I've got no more town centres.
Were you planning on going for the Lister Elephant straight off the bat?
No.
You've got a lot on stone.
Yeah, I actually no, I was at this point. Yeah. I think I realised, no, that's what I want to do. I want to go on to build as many castles as I can so that I can garrison my villages inside and also have the production for... I still don't know what was going through my head about this little camp over here.
Yeah, at least with the Khmer you can garrison inside the houses, but like that's still like your idle eco. And like when they're in the houses, it's not like TCs where you get a bit of fight back from them.
Yeah. I noticed you've skipped horse collar. Is that because you're going for a wood build, or is that because you think that horse collar is inefficient early on?
How have I skipped? Why am I getting bowsaw now then? At least according to Capture Age.
Yeah, you're apparently getting that.
Horse collar. I don't know. I might have forgotten it.
Some people choose to get it in Castle Age for certain builds. I know Hera does, but not just him. Some other people at
Sometimes it's just what
of
resources I have available at the time. And I think because I was building Cav Archers, getting a few of those out before getting it might have been the thing. It's possible I actually forgot it later as well anyway.
Did you know about the side base at this point when you're going forward?
No, but I saw the Bills walking.
Oh, yeah. And that's when I was like, damn, I'm screwed. Right, mark it. Let's start.
It was seeing that one Bill that kind of gave it away that there might be something down there.
Yeah. I forgot that change my garrison point. I didn't actually want that. What was I going to say? Yeah, I don't utilise that garrisoning feature enough. It's really powerful. Like
it's a useful way of just like reducing losses, I suppose.
Yeah.
Discover the castle.
So you're thinking, right? Well, he's obviously got a defensive castle for one reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just assumed it was a defensive castle. And I wasn't necessarily expecting blister elephants because it's not a meta move. Have you seen how much food you got banked?
Oh yes! Wow. Okay.
Like if you were making scouts in addition to all of those ballista elephants,
yeah,
got great raiding potential.
This is where the bleeding starts. What was I going to say?
Yeah, and then I sit here because you're in the houses. And how much idle eco do you have?
Well, yeah, you're going to start seeing.
Yeah, you've got probably about 15 bills in those houses. I walk away, I think, thinking I can probably go somewhere else. 8. And then just come back and keep you in the houses.
Yeah, 13 bills idle. And then, yeah, I don't know what I was playing as. This is a terrible performance. With this castle, I thought that was a good place for protecting the resources, but it's not taking advantage of the hill. What are your thoughts about that?
I think that's fine. You're protecting a gold, you're protecting the blinds, protecting future farms. It makes sense. And again, the Khmer bonus means you don't have to have a mill next to your castle in order to farm around it. You just plump the farms around it and they're nicely protected.
So you've got 17.
I don't think the hill bonus in this instance is a big thing because it's difficult to attack up a hill anyway. So as long as you're on the hill.
So yeah, I've only got one archery range and I haven't even upgraded them. You've got map control here with Cav Archers. I've completely forgotten about these guys. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean they should have gone on to wood because you're quite low now.
Oh yeah, but I can't build. This was the moment where I realised I have only got 2 on wood. I need to do something about that, but I don't have the resource. Oh yeah, there we go. I buy the wood.
Oh, and then you build a mine rather than a lumber camp. Okay. They're on gold. They might as well stay on gold, I suppose. Yeah. It is noticeable sometimes with lower reloads that they don't pay enough attention to the number that they should have on wood.
I always say, I have it in my head that 10's a magic number.
It is in feudal, dark and early feudal, but it should be like way more than that by castle.
Oh, okay. Is it?
Because you want to be able to make production buildings as well as all of the farms and stuff to get you up to win. So I've got like 20 on wood, and you can see I've spent all of my wood still.
Yeah.
And I'm now nearly imp ready.
True. So I'm in a predicament because I'm thinking, right, this isn't a critical mass, but I need to get moving because the longer I leave you, the more you're going to get strong.
Yeah.
Playing from behind, I always struggle with knowing the correct strategy. Yeah,
I mean, you're not making vills anymore.
No.
You've only got 1 TC, so it's this push or nothing really to a certain extent.
I'm going to be fighting against...
You came forward at exactly the right moment to deny that castle, though.
Yeah. That's your first castle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured it protects a relic, it protects you going around the side, gives me a bit of vision and potential gold. I think I actually give up on it and build it somewhere else in a moment.
They only do 100 damage. But they only do 10.
Okay. They're affected by things like fletching and stuff, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I don't have any of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so now I've got monks queued because I've seen all of those ballista elephants. So those few seconds taking out that castle, if you'd have been coming forward, because you've denied the castle, you don't have to knock it down.
Yeah.
And now your eco balance is off again because you've got too much on gold and not enough on anything else.
Yeah. And I wasn't aware of how much they cost as well. That was a big mistake. 180 resources.
Yeah, so if I get one monk that gets a conversion, that's definitely worth it. So if every monk gets a conversion, it's really good. Usually, like you say, if one monk gets a knight, that's cost efficient. So one monk getting a ballista elephant is insane.
Yeah.
But it's my best defense because taking the time to go into pikes or something like that just takes too long.
Yeah. And I don't know how many barracks you've got. Just the one,
I
so...
think. Yeah. So it was just enough to throw a few in and sort of help the monks whittle you down a bit.
And you were jumping in and out of the... in and out of the town centre as well, which was super frustrating.
A few scouts when you had all of that food.
Yeah, that would have done it. And now it was really hard to did you control group your monks?
No, I'm not that good.
So I could hear them doing the wall over.
Yeah,
I couldn't find it.
That's one of the things I kind of need to get better at if I want to get better in the game is control group and grouping properly. Probably means playing around with hotkeys and stuff with it.
Yeah, heavy cav archers now. That's. Have you got your unique tech?
I don't think I get that till later when the second group of elephants show up and think, ooh, flaming camels.
Okay. Well, you said flaming camels.
Yeah.
Did you go flaming camels in this, and I didn't notice?
You GG before I get any out.
Yeah. So I thought I'd just hang on for this one because, yeah, look at my idle eco, it's just crazy. I get my TC relatively busy, but my villager's not doing anything.
Yeah, like I've got 25% more efficient eco than you have.
Yeah. I just thought these would be good against your things because they take so long for you to kill. But they are very slow.
It's always the toss up with elephants. Like, yes, they can, and it's quite an open map, which makes it quite difficult. If you're tunnel visioned in, say, Black Forest or Hideout or something like that, they make sense. But anywhere else, and they're a bit,
Yeah.
Too long to move around the map. I've got a much more mobile unit.
Yeah, mobility and yeah, against my lovely open base. But I don't think even if I walled up, I wouldn't. I think you would have still managed to get through and do a lot of damage.
Yeah, short stone walling or something.
But yeah, I think this is where I come forward, but then it's a little too late. Are you starting to get camels yet? No.
No, I never actually made camel.
I think it was the monks that really pissed me off because I couldn't. Oh, because I just like, well, I can't do anything against that unless I quickly get them down. Have archers, when you've got a critical mass, you just can't do anything.
Yeah, there's 20 there. 30 is more ideal, but monks are really good for a lot of games because people kind of just tend to run from them and don't combat them quite so much. So it's a really good way of just sort of saying, get away from my base if somebody's attacking, particularly with, you know, elephants or knights or something like that. It's a really quick and easy way of making somebody run away for a few minutes to let you get in a new tech.
Yeah. Oh, now you're going.
Even if it's only one,
well.
the moment somebody hears a Vulalu, they just run.
Yeah. Yeah, and block printing coming in. Yeah, you're just cementing this down. I'm now getting my second TC. Because I just wanted to control my area.
Yeah. When I've got twice the eco that you have. And you control that area anyway, you've got 2 castles there.
Yeah,
You'd be
but
much
still
better
jump
putting it
in.
down on
Like,
a
if you
resource
came running past my castles, you could pop off a few villages before I could...
I think I start thinking about that in a minute, possibly with some light cap, but with the cav archers, they're less good for that sort of raiding. You need to be picking out around the edges.
Yeah. But you didn't get ballistic straight away. Well, I guess you didn't need to because I wasn't going
No,
in
because you've got
cavalry.
such slow-moving units, it wasn't really necessary.
Hmm.
In fact, I'm even in it before I get it, which is unusual. It's possible I slightly forgot about it.
Yeah. No, light cav, it's a great comp. I love it. So mobile and counters most things. I was having problems with longevity of gold. Like, cause
Yeah, it's tight on this map.
yeah, you don't actually get a lot on Acropolis. No, you get your starting resources, then you have to move out, but you're still only getting like 2 or 3 gold
Yeah,
piles.
3 tiles. Yeah,
So
there's a
yes,
touch
that...
more in the middle because they're too near the pond.
Hmm. But as well, I'm having wood problems because it's not worth it for taking that.
Yeah, now you've got 30 odd on wood.
Yeah, but only over here, right?
20 odd. Yeah. So you needed a TC and a castle on the wood line off the hill. Really, you'll notice that both of my TCs were straight on wood lines.
Yeah, that makes sense. But when I'm behind, if I was to go forward with my villagers, you've got the ability to see it and take those villages down. And I'm just giving
If you're
you 5
scouting
resources.
properly, you know where my army is, and you can sneak down the TC before I notice it.
Hmm. You're getting another TC over here as well. $42 on food. Yeah, you're 100, I'm at 67.
I think I have. Do I have a boom here? No, I'm on 100.
Oh yeah, and here we go, like cap. Oh, Tsar. Coming in.
Chris found this quite funny. Or I love orange jelly, sorry, found this quite funny. He was like, what's he making hustle for? There's no eco to raid.
Yeah, I mean at this point I just like, I kind of thought I had to fight on. I had to do just to make sure because there wasn't a definitive blow. Like having those, yes, you're really far ahead, but there was no definitive blow. There was no siege knocking down my buildings and me being unable to respond.
I think in this
archery
instance,
range.
I was quite happy just to keep you more or less on the hill. I don't think I ever scouted you on that wood line with like gold on the left-hand side, but here it was just a case of, well, if he's on the hill, he'll run out of gold pretty soon. I know where most of his gold spots are. So if he's on the hill, he might throw down a few elephants sooner or later, but then after that, he's got nothing.
At this point, I'm like, right, this has got to do something.
Yeah, and I think by this point, I've got like 11 months, decent number of halves.
Yeah, you've got 8 monks here and 33. Yeah, oh, there are trebs there. There are trebs, so they're coming. Oh, you've got them targeted.
Yeah, kind of showing them gave me a few seconds to target and let everything else come forward as well, which was my benefit.
Yeah. I wanted to keep this hill bonus. But I'm yeah, down 4. Down 7. Yeah, 7. It's just you haven't even.
And like you didn't take out a
using
single monk, you're only taking out your own elements there as well.
Yeah.
Like I didn't engage any of my units against that really.
Yeah. There, now you go. There you go. There's your
Siegecraft. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got the pierce armor upgrade that you're on about, silk armor. But I was kind of like, oh, I can do some flaming camels against this lot.
Oh yeah, of course you. Yeah, that would be. That's exactly what they're for. Slow moving cavalry. Yeah, surely this is it now. This is where I GG and.
I think once you see the catapults coming in, heavy shapes, whatever they are, those ones.
You're going heavy into the.
Oh, not really. I think I got 3 monk upgrades.
What's the
Sanctity-
illumination for? Oh, only one.
Illumination is the faster faith recovery.
At this point, I'm like, okay, well, if I can just distract you by hitting your eco, then I'll do something. But this isn't really doing anything.
Yeah, and now like you're not protected on the hill either. You've been pushed away from all that.
Yeah. It's just got your meat shield. Like I can't even kill one unit. Like these guys are tanky.
Well, they are, and like you've not got elite or many upgrades for that lot, have you? So
No.
you're at the point they're not particularly upgraded, whereas my cav archers are basically fully upgraded.
And you've got all those monks keeping them alive as well. Yeah. Okay. So lots of mistakes. And my old TC, I kept that down, so that's something. I'll take that as my victory, but that's all I can do. All right, let's jump into the next one. Hopefully, the next one was a bit more. It wasn't even that. Wait a minute, what? Is there Blacksmith Brawl?
It's step
there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
So I thought Steppe. This is something I was really hoping for. I really like Steppe, but I wanted to play Mongols. And during the draft, you picked Mongols.
Well, so you were lower seed, so you got first pick, and for some reason you picked what, Ethiopians?
I wanted to throw you off the scent.
Yeah, but I know you and Morley have a thing for Mongols.
Yeah, but it was such a good map for it. There's loads of hunts. There's no hills to worry about. You could just.
So your 2 map picks were Steppe and Lab Madness, both of which are really good Mongol civs.
Yes.
So either you get first pick and you pick Mongols, or you ban whoever picks Mongols. I think the way the tournaments run. If you had global bans at the start, I think Mongols would be top of the list, just because like 2 or 3 of the maps work really well with Mongols. Arabia, they're reasonably good at the moment. Land Madness, they're good because there's a load of hunt around. Steppe, they're good because there's a load of hunt around.
Yeah. I'm trying to diversify my skills. I've been doing some practice with other civs because I don't want to be predictable. Everyone knows what I like to do, and I don't want that to be my.
What civ were you expecting me to pick here?
I didn't think. What civs did you have to choose from again?
So I had Magyars and Lithuanians, Tatars I'd used, then there was Malians, Byzantines, and Franks.
Yeah. I guess I would have gone Franks for you. Like, cavalry is what I'm thinking. Magyars, actually. Magyars be. So, I went into this with Cubans thinking, right, 2 TC boom. That'll work. If I can just lock down an area, I'll be able to boom behind it. but yeah, it's not that easy. There is quite a lot of resources, and there's quite like that. This is a beautiful area for a town centre.
It is, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Later on, I was like, oh, that's nice. There's even 2 spots there between the gold and the stone, and then along the other gold as well.
Yeah.
I don't think I have to get past 2 TCs, but
I was quite lucky with my town centre place.
oh yeah, your town centre's around everything, isn't it?
Yeah, so I was no. This is like couldn't have asked for better, to be honest. Apart from the wood's a little bit like I want to chop through that.
Yeah, but you build a lumber
times.
camp slightly further to the south of where they're chopping now, and it's fine.
So, what was your thought process behind Marlians for this map type? Why did you want Marlians?
Because if we went to, what was I thinking? I thought about Magyars. So I was realistically stuck between Magyars and Marlians. And I just think Marlians have more of a flexible choice at the moment. Because Magyars, you're going to be going into cavalry, possibly cav archer. Whereas Marlians, I can go into archers or cavalry, and they're really flexible on this because you can build the scouts and then go into archers or anything like that. So they're just really nice on a map that's very open, where a few things can sort of change and go differently.
Yeah.
And I was fully expecting you to go Hindustanis.
Really? Now,
Yes.
Why would you want to be Hindustanis here?
So the cheaper vills is nice for early eco bonus.
Yeah.
Then you have the option of going into scouts or archers. And then your late game comp is virtually unstoppable.
The late game comp, what would you be referring
Well, it
to? Just the
depends
camels?
what you're up against. If you're up against cavalry, you're going Haug or pike or whatever, plus some camels maybe. If you're up against archers, you've got the Gulam, is it? And then if you're fighting against infantry, you've got...
Yeah.
If you're fighting against infantry, you've got great gunpowder with the extra 2 range as well.
Yeah.
So even like the Marlian bonus of the extra pierce armor is kind of negated by Hindustanis.
Well,
they were a super powerful civ when they first came out, and they've been nerfed a little bit.
I remember when they first came out, and I was reluctant to play them because I hadn't even mastered all the other civs, let alone try new ones out. So I got the DLC because I want to support the community and keep the game development going. But trying to get your got him.
But I was like, oh, our TCs are really close. I'll go archers because they don't have quite so far to walk. So it's only at that point that I decide to go into archers rather than cav.
Okay.
Because you'll notice I'm up at 19 pop.
Yeah.
So it's not the most efficient for going archers, but
no, I would normally expect to see a 20 pop.
22 ideally, really. But then we've got all of that hunt around, which means the food's coming in quicker. Because the Marlians, I can put less on gold because they bring in the gold faster, and my wood discount wood buildings are discounted. So a sub sort of 22 pop archer build is still kind of possible with the Marlians.
Okay.
Because you can see I've got enough of the archer range. I've got enough for a blacksmith.
Yeah. So that's going to put the pressure on straight away. You've only got 2 on gold? 3 on gold? Oh no, that's me. That's me. I'm looking at the wrong side.
Why did you go up at 24?
Because I want to have enough wood. Because you need to mash out loads of farms. Get them both going.
But you want to be getting that second, even if that second TC is idle for a little bit, you want to be getting that down faster. And you don't need to be on gold at the moment.
Yeah, good point. I think I've just taken it because
you're going for a standard build on a 2TC Cumin boom. You want to be up at 19, 20 pop in order to get that second TC down as quickly as possible if you're going to 2TC boom. And then everything is on food and wood. And you defend as much as you can. Have you still got your scout?
Do I? Yes, I do.
And you're not doing anything with it?
No.
So you don't know that I'm taking hunt. You don't know that I'm going archers or scouts.
Oh, where's that? Okay. Let's do it this way. There we go. was trying to do the keyboard shortcuts, but I'm still not used to my keyboard. So yeah.
Yeah, but that's my line of sight and your line of sight. What's
Oh
the?
yeah, maybe that's be why. So yeah, I
Yeah,
did
so you've
know,
actually
but I
seen
didn't have
it.
any military. So I was wondering about going man at arms. Not man at arms, some militia just to.
Yeah, but you're now
starve you.
in feudal. Why not make scouts? You've got the wood, you've got the food. Even a few would have been disrupted.
I went straight into because I was planning cavalry, so get onto horse collar straight away.
And your thought process behind that, TC?
It's protecting those beautiful resources, all that stone.
Yeah, all that stone, but you really want your vills to be going immediately onto either that berry bush or a wood line.
So you think maybe like here would have been better?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
even in that little nook in the wood line on the just where there's an almost perfect TC. Oh, you can't see it, but yeah.
Oh, what? This? What?
No. So you see where there's a kind of nice corner in that wood line on the right-hand side of your screen now?
Yeah.
No. Up a bit, just where my archers are passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're right there. Yeah, nice TC spot.
Yeah.
Nice efficient wood eco for a while. You can put a few farms around it, and it protects that side of your open base effectively because you've got a bowl shape there, so it's much more difficult for me to come in. And you put your first tower in a really weird position.
I didn't want you to come around the back.
Yeah, so why not use a wall? Two houses, and you're completely walled up along that side.
One house. I had two houses here.
One house and a palisade, or two houses, you know.
Yeah, so it wasn't.
And then I do come around that side, but you know.
Yeah, I was thinking just going loads and loads of towers to zone you off from your archers that you were going in with. Yeah,
they ideally, those first towers needed to be a bit more forward in order to stop me advancing here, for example.
Yeah, this was a very yeah.
Because you start to think about scrambling down towers to stop these archers, but they're already in position, and the first two towers you've put down are, you know.
Well, this tower is entirely useless.
Yeah,
defending nothing.
If the first tower had just been more forward, even in that wood line where I can come in.
Oh, I shouldn't be casting this. This is too embarrassing.
But I mean, you were humans. I knew I needed to push you. Because if I let you get into the eco boom, even if you are lower level, I'm screwed if you can spam out knights.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Or steps or whatever you feel like going for. You're probably going to go knights because step lancers will have lost their window if you're going to 2TC boom. By the time you get to them, I can probably make camels or something to counter. Which is the other nice thing about Marlians, is they get camels. So if you do go for a cavalry option.
That cost me 8 villagers. And I've just lost a 9th.
And now you're building another tower in a position where I can't really advance into because of the tower you just put down.
Yeah.
So where those two idle vills are, that tower that went down and lost a half dozen vills around it, is protecting that channel into that area. So it's difficult for me to move in that way anyway.
Yeah. But now I don't want to move outside of my town centre, so I'm just going for as much map as I can. But this is all at the detriment of actually, yeah.
And how many vills do you need on food to be able to produce from a TC?
6.
Yeah, and you've only got 9 and you've got 2 TCs. You've got so many vills building towers and stuff like that.
Yeah, under pressure I just crumbled.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your plans here? What have you got going on at home? You've got a second archer range coming down.
I'm still only one. Oh, I'm just on my up to castle now. Yeah, so I put the second archery range down as I'm coming up to castle. I can't really advance into your base, so I might as well go up and produce a few extra units while I'm going.
Yeah. I'm struggling with wood. No, I'm not. I'm just being neglectful here.
And you got so much gold that you don't need at the moment.
What do you mean?
400 gold, what are you going to do with it?
I just like gold. Okay. What's my idle eco? Yeah, 20 mins.
What's your idle TC? Yeah, it's pretty good. But you're never going to get the food. Yeah, okay, so now you've expanded your farming eco a bit better. But at that time, you could have been banking it for going up to castle to go for your comp.
Hmm. I couldn't get up at all. Like, I was really struggling.
Yeah, it's too many vills building those towers and stuff. And then I think you lose more here as well, because it's within range.
But yeah, I want to get this gold, but I can't, because you're...
What? Why? Go for the other one. I can't
Yeah.
get to the other one.
Yeah.
Why that gold?
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
Haven't built one unit yet. Got stables, but that's not doing anything.
Yeah, a few skirms might have been earlier
Yeah, that
on. Might have
requires
been
an
okay.
archery range, which I've got over here.
Yeah, it took you a while to get that down though.
Yeah, I did. So I've got, what, how many farms? I've got 14 farms. So yeah, I feel like I've got the wheelbarrow at the right time. But, I mean, I would actually counter that by saying, yeah, when I see you go crossbows, I'm just done.
Yeah, have you seen the Siege Workshop at this point as well?
I didn't know, that was out of my range.
Actually, it's not actually gone down yet for you, has it? The bills aren't there, but
No.
I think at this point I was like, well, I can't get into his base because he's dropped through those towers, so I need to ram myself in somehow or something.
Hmm. Well, I did actually see it because I can see
Yeah.
coming into range. And there was a gap in the wall there, which is super annoying.
With
Now
the tower
I'm
there, I
building
can't really come
schemes.
in.
It's just a bit too late.
Yeah.
And I'm housed. And you're still taking hunts all the way over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Go back to the map.
just, I had no military at all.
You lost your one scout and then started building some skirms after 24 minutes. Yeah.
Oh,
But look at your banked res as well on that. Like,
what's that?
if
Sorry.
you go, if can you go back to the map?
Yeah.
Like, you've got all of the banked res. If you had a market, you could have been up to castle a bit earlier than that. Even selling the excess stone. So
Yeah,
yeah, you're
but
just dropping the market now.
No, I'm getting the market. Yeah.
I mean, by the time you get to castle, we're probably on equal numbers of vills. You might be able to play on a bit longer.
No, I couldn't. No. I didn't think I was. Yeah, the Siege Workshop would have come down. I thought I could get down like 3 stables. My plan would have gone to sort of be like 3 stables and then just pushed out from there. But yeah, there wasn't that window of opportunity. Yeah. Oh well, that's it's more embarrassing going back and seeing it when you like. I thought I played badly, but now I didn't even realize how badly I played until this review.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you can see what I'm doing as well, it makes it look a bit worse, maybe.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you see that I'm taking hunt freely, you know, it's a really big bonus to me if you're not contesting any of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it did cross my mind, but I thought I would farm it up instead and then do it later. But you mean you've only got like, 5 bills, 4 bills?
Yeah, but they've been collecting since like early feudal.
Yeah, but if I get you 5 bills behind, that's good. But I don't think I'd get all 5 with a couple of militia.
True.
So you would have probably ended up getting like maybe 3 of them back. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I kept getting housed here. You kept destroying my buildings.
I couldn't attack anything else. I was waiting for the siege to come.
Yeah.
I was like, oh well, while I'm doing, can't get anywhere else. I'll just knock out a few houses and
Yeah.
Make him build some more.
Yeah.
I think those ones that you get at the start, do they have less health than standard houses? Maybe
They
they
have
feel like they go down very
500
quickly.
and they have no armor. So
Yeah.
actually, yeah, these got -1 armor, but these have 0 armor. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks very much for helping out on talking about these matches.
Out of interest, if you were going to go for a different civ, if you were to go back to the draft again and not hit the random button, what other civs might you have gone for on this? Just to see if we can help you against Orange Jelly or somebody if you come against him.
Don't know. Maybe Ethiopians, because well, actually no, the wood bonus doesn't really benefit. It's quite resource rich, so maybe could do some castles and go Saracens.
You thought Berbers?
Berbers, yeah.
Because they're a very. I know you like playing the Mongols, and Berbers have a quite similar feel to them. I mean, they don't get the step lancers, but everything else is reasonably similar. Even their unique unit is a mounted cavalry unit. Particularly if your opponent happens to have Mongols, actually the camel archers are a counter. But I think the way our civ draft works, you should never let somebody pick Steppe and Mongols. I think Mongols is going to be the most banned civ or the most first picked civ.
Yeah, I think they've got the highest play rate at the moment now, above Franks. Yeah,
they're quite versatile, and they're unique units pack a punch when you get to them. The ability to take out siege so quickly is really good on open maps as well.
Yeah,
you just run them around, run them in. You might lose a few manga die, but then the expensive siege is gone.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of. Oh, I didn't do the little thingies up here. Yeah, so that's the end of our game here for the finale of round 1. We're now going into round 2. In fact, I could show everybody the match draft as well. Just screen share. Where is that? Screen share. Okay, so for those following the tournaments, we have the next match, which is going to be okay, I won't be showing you that because
he's always saying I can't see it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not going to show people because there are some results on there that have not been yet broadcast. So
that's true.
Right. Thanks guys for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.
Bye.